So we get on to the section of While Shepherds Watched now. So as Sally says, we didn't hear 34 versions, but we added in the ones that we saw in the books, and other people told us, oh, there was that one and the diadem, and then there was this one, and we wrote them all down. So we got to 34.
We did indeed.
I said we sing one. We sing one that we call the Berlinghi version because it was
also known as the St Day version.
It was collected in by Ralph Dunstan in Berlinghi. We've since discovered another version where the same tune, but attributing it to St Day. So who knows where?
Obviously from St Day.
So there's a lovely one down called Newquay, which one of these days I'm going to teach everyone.
He's just being rude.
Oh, as we have some Berlinghi people here. I am hoping I'm going to teach everybody the Newlyn version at some point.
Really nice.
Which is a very nice one, yeah. But before we are obviously going to sing Lyngham in a minute. Well, could you wind on lovely? This is actually the Pendine Male Voice Choir from I forgot the date. But I've got a recording of them singing their version of While Shepherds. There is a Pendine version as well as a Newlyn version. Oh. Of course there is. So that's a lovely old photo. I thought I'd show you that one. And before we sing it, I'd really like Sheila to read us a poem by Brenda Wootton. I don't know if you were aware that not only was she a fine singer, but she wrote some very, very funny poems, which were put in a book called Pantomime Stew.
And she was also a very good watercolour artist, because we've seen some of her art. She's
and
amazing.
She made her own dresses as well, didn't she?
And she could cook a mean pasty.
Was there no end to her talent? Okay, so Sheila, over to you.
While Sheps. The elders of the chapel sat the first week in December to decide the Christmas music for to please each chapel member. Jan Stone was there, his hair all combed, most faithful of all fellows. The chapel organ wouldn't work without Jan, he pumped the bellows. The minister was somewhat new, determined but polite. The first, he think, I ventured, could it not be silent night? How can he start with that at all? Jan couldn't keep his scorning. We can't go bawling silent night first thing on Christmas morning. Brightest and best was muted then in Royal David City. But Jan demurred and told them all he didn't think it fitting. While Sheps is always how we start. I think I ought to know. I pumped those bellows 40 years. They all agreed it so. The preacher called for order. He certainly had spirit. Suggested one in Latin, because he hadn't heard of merit. Someone garmed out, lo he comes, another Hark the Glad, another Star of Bethlehem, but Jan was getting mad. His face was red, his feet were firm upon the altar steps. You lot can sing just what you like, I'm going to pipe While Sheps.
While shepherds watch their flocks by night, all seated on the ground, all seated on the ground, the angel of the Lord came down, and glory shone, and glory shone, and glory shone, and glory shone, and glory shone around. Thus heavenly babe you there shall find, to human view displayed, to human view and the